Hey y'all. I wanted to hop on real quick. I'm taking a break from social medias, anything, but this word I feel will bless you as you prepare for the next chapter, the next season of your life. So y'all know I love me some Sarah Jakes Roberts. And I was watching her sermon again, and she made a statement. And in the statement she said, God wants a womb, now a weapon. And I remember it so profoundly because when I think about my life, when I think about my pregnancy, when I think about all I went through, the wombs that hurt me, God allowed it to use it as my weapon to help me and to help others around me, and to share my story and my testimony. And so today I was like, I'm believing God for some crazy things, and I was thought back to that service she said, and I said, most of the time I would pray for God to take a storm away, for God to allow a storm to pass, to move quickly. But today I was like, Lord, I just want you to give me the strength to stand so I can walk through it. I want you to give me the peace to walk through it. And I was like, man, that showed me a level of maturity, because most of the time we want to run away from the storms. We want to run away from the problems. We want God to pull us out, not realizing that those storms is what's going to make you. So if I run out in the process of what's making me, that God can't, God can't create the womb in order for me to use as a weapon later on in life. And so I don't know why this vision is coming in my head, but donuts. I see a lot of donuts. And it's like a factory. They make donuts, and if they stop in the process of the donuts, then it's not going to be the Krispy Kreme flavor, the sprinkles, and all the good taste that we like in order for them to sell it. And so some of us want to be removed and pulled out the middle of the process. And God's saying, no, I need you to stand. I need you to stand. I will give you the strength to stand in this mess that you're going through. I will give you the peace that surpasses all understanding. Everything around you look like it falling apart, but you will have peace that surpasses all understanding. You will not stress about it. You will not worry about it. You'll be like, Lord, what is this? Like, all the stuff coming up, but I feel a sense of peace. So I know that you are with me, and I know that you are working it out. So Lord, I'm not going to ask you to pull me out this. I'm not going to ask you to let this cup pass from me. What I'm going to ask you is that you will give me the strength to stand in this. Because if I stand in this, then I can go through the process. I can go through the crushing. I can go through the pruning of what you need for me to do in order for me to go on to the next season of life. I'm going to stand here. I know that it's hard. I know that I got stuff coming my way. I don't know how it's going to be due. How are you going to make it? How you gonna perform it? But I need to stand right here. I don't need to ask you to move me. I need you to ask me to sustain me. I'm gonna say it again. I don't need to ask you to move me. I need to ask you to sustain me. So Lord, I'm gonna stand right here. I ask that for your strength to allow me to stand right here. I ask for your peace to allow me to stand right here. And I'm gonna stand, and I'm going to endure, and I'm going to go through what I need to go through, because I know that any wounds that come upon me, you will allow me to use it for my weapons, because you say all things work together for those who love the Lord. So I know that everything that I go through, it may look like it's for my crushing. It may look like it's meant to hurt me. And the enemy may even get his laughs and giggle, looking like I'm about to lose. But at the end, you say it'll work together for my good. So that means that, to me, that shows me that I'm going to get the last laugh. So the enemy might be laughing right now because I see when they say my head is down, the enemy thinking that I don't see, I'm blinded, but I put my head up, and the enemy know I ain't playing no games. The enemy may be laughing because he thinks that what he has thrown your way is going to move you, and is going to trip you up. But in the end, you're going to get the last laugh. And so the enemy might think he winning the battle, but you gonna win the war. And I'd rather win the war than win the battle, because the war is the big thing. And I wanted to share that with y'all, because that thing really had blessed my life this now. And we always say that I'm standing. I'm standing. Sometimes we think that standing is laziness. Like, oh, I'm standing, but I ain't doing that. Like, we like to sing the song, stand, after you done using can stand, but then we get frustrated just standing, because standing, we're not doing that. And so we think that our standing is lazy. We think that our standing is not us being proactive and out there doing stuff. But don't you know that your standing could be the most important element to your life? Your standing can be the most important element, because I just have this vision. I'm gonna let y'all go. I have this vision of me standing, and everything whirling around me, and I see everybody running, like flies. I see everybody running, and I'm standing. And what's happening is when they start running, and the flies run after them, but because I'm standing, the flies is not bothering me. And I don't know why that vision came to my mind, but we feel that because when God tells us to stand, that we get frustrated because we feel we're not doing enough. But I want to challenge you today that when God tells you to stand, you're doing more than enough. Your standing is a presence by itself, because what the enemy wants you to do is move off your post. The enemy wants you to get distracted. The enemy wants you to get sidelined, so you can't see what's going on around you. Like, you won't see what's going on in the natural. You won't see what's going on in the spiritual. So as an enemy, if I move you off this post, then that means that I have direct access to what I want to attack and what I want to use. But if I'm standing, that means I'm focused. So I'm looking at everything around me, front, back, side. I am focused. I have tunnel vision of what's around me. I'm able to observe my surroundings. But if I move, the enemy has a foothold. The enemy has an advantage over me because I am not standing on my post. He can't get me if I'm standing. You can't get my family. You can't get nobody surrounded to me because I'm standing and I see you. But if I move and I go over here, knowing that means that everything that's on my post, I'm giving you easy access to. So I'm going to stand. I want y'all to change your views, and this is for me too. Standing does not mean you're lazy, and standing does not mean that it's in vain. Standing can be one of the most important postures that you can have in your walk with Christ. There will be a time when you have to fight. There will be a time when you go to war. There will be a time, but there also will be a time to stand. We always want to say, go to war. And me, I like to fight. Like, okay, let's go to war. And one of the hardest things is standing. Well, Lord, the enemy doing this, so I will go after his head. Yeah, I understand it, but I need you to stand. Yeah, you see what the enemy doing? I feel like I'll go. And I need you to stand. So you got to know what's your position in the fight. Because all God want me to do sometimes, and in this season, is just to stand. And when it's time to fight, I'll fight. I'll fight in the spirit. I'll take the devil head off. But then when I need to be comfortable, I'm okay with God say, okay, yeah, go ahead and fight. Take the head off the enemy. But then I got a problem with it. He tell me to stand. And I want to encourage you today that standing is one of the most important things that you can do. Just like fighting, standing is also the important posture that you can do, especially in this season. Because the enemy wants you off your post, so he can have access to everything that comes and is connected to your post. Stand on your post. Don't ask him to remove the cup. Ask him to give you the strength and sustain you while you stand. And God will turn your wound into a weapon. The thing that once hurt you is the thing that's going to now propel you. The thing that the enemy thought was going to take you out is now the thing that God is going to allow you to use to take him out. The thing that the enemy thought was going to take you out, God will then put you in a position and give you the power to use that same thing to take him out. Y'all, that's powerful. The same thing that the enemy thought was going to take you out, God will then use you and put you in a position to use that same thing to take him out. Yeah, that blessed my life right there. I just wanted to say that, y'all. I done got happy off that. The same thing that the enemy thought was going to take you out, God is going to put you in a position and allow you, give you the power to use that same thing to take him out. Oh, Lord. Now, that's good right there, y'all. But that's all I got. If I don't come back on here before Christmas, I want y'all to have a Merry, Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. I'll stay put, y'all. I got a little cold, but I'll stay put. Because Serenity Grace is not playing with my behind. All right, I love y'all. Have a good day. Bye.